Okay, you're with us here on Midcap Radar. Good afternoon. The market essentially trading at exactly those levels where it was before. It was around the levels it was trading at before the Prime Minister's announcement, 11,530. I mean, but it's essentially finding some resistance at those levels, not really flying away after that. The same stocks are doing well. I mean, it's essentially financials in a very big way. PSU banks, private banks are the two top gainers, which are doing extremely well. 2% actually on the PSU bank index. Private bank index is up about 1.4. Small caps are doing very well. And we've got other sectors like media, metals, etc., which are up as well. So, but it's, I mean, the bulk of the gains, I would say almost 60-70% of the Nifty gains are coming in just from a bunch of the top private sector banks, which are contributing in a big way. The one blowout name has been actually Yes Bank, which is, as we've been pointing out, it's actually, I think, come off the highs a little bit, but 268, 5 3/4%. And it's an extremely strong move on Yes Bank. Axis is up about 1.5%, and of course, IndusInd was the top gaining private sector bank, and I think it retains that spot. With me, my colleague Sumaira. Hi, Sumaira.
Hi, Prashant. Good afternoon to you as well. So back to near the day's high for now. Let's take a check on the European markets. I'm guessing there should be a bit of a subdued start over there. Okay, so actually, the FTSE is open with a gain of over 0.25%. The CAC 2 is opening a bit on the front foot for now. So I guess the market once again clearly discarding any of these recession fears or slowdown fears for now. But let's see, Brexit remains a key issue for Europe, as well as what happens with the US-China trade. Okay, first up, our top stories. Market recovers to trade near the day's high. Bank stocks like IndusInd, SBI and Yes Bank charge ahead as the Nifty Bank hits a record high in early trade. Mid-cap index stage a big outperformance.
Tata Group takes a plunge into the airport business of GMR as a strategic investor, GMR Infra, to use the 8,000 crore rupees of proceeds to essentially reduce debt. The management adds that GMR's stake in the airports business to go up to 62% from the current 54% on achievement of some performance matrices.
ICICI Pru jumps after Prudential Corp's offer for sale is oversubscribed on the non-retail side. The offer is open for retail investors today. The United Breweries stock too rises. Sources tell CNBC-TV18 that Heineken is understood to have bought an additional 2.8% equity via a block deal.
Goldman Sachs' Timothy Moore sounds positive on India, says that leading up to the election, there seems to be a strong momentum as far as equities are concerned. He bets on value cyclicals like banks and auto stocks. Adds that they will look to fade out exporters and the expensive defensives from their India portfolio. Okay, so what do you do now? 31 points on the Nifty. Ashwini is with us to answer that question. Ashwini, thanks very much. Afternoon. Your sense now, what would you be doing?
So basically, the market remains in an uptrend now. You had volatility today because of various events. I would think that you should be buying into the market closer to say 11,450, 500, and from there, this uptrend is likely to continue. So Tata Global is a buy with a stop of 195, target of 210. SBI is a buy with a stop of 304, target of 321. And PNB is a buy with a stop of 90, target of 98.
Is Yes still going places according to you, Ashwini?
See, Yes is in a markup phase. It's already done its accumulation. So my sense is that it should easily gain another $100 over time. So IndusInd and Yes both have now crossed their 200-day moving averages, and chances are both will end up near their previous highs.
On ICICI Pru, does today's move change anything in terms of pattern?
The idea is that, again, it's one stock which is already gone through a big bear market. It's crossing 200-day moving average today. So my sense is that at some point, again, it will get back to its previous highs of about 425, 430.
All right, Ashwini, thanks very much for joining in with those afternoon trades. Let's, in fact, get you some exclusive news. We're understanding from sources that Reliance Capital may soon sell its stake in the AMC business. Abhishek Kothari, my colleague, joins in with the details on that one. Abhishek, what are you picking up?
Well, Sumaira, we had broken this news on 14th Feb, and CNBC-TV18 was the first one to say that Reliance Capital is actually looking to capitalize its stake that it holds in the mutual fund business. So this deal could be very soon as by Friday, that this deal could materialize. So final formalities are underway. The whole team of Nippon Life Insurance are at the office of Reliance, and they are selling a stake of 33% out of the 42.9% that Reliance Capital holds in the mutual fund business. So the value at which they are selling is at rupees 240 per share, which compares to the current market price of rupees 200 per share. So that's a premium of about 20% from the current levels. The present top management of the AMC business will be retained, at the takeover also. Reliance Capital holds around 42.9%. So if they will likely retain 10%, so the 33% at rupees 240 per share works out to close to 4,850 odd crores that the amount could come to Reliance Capital. We had written to the management. However, management has not responded to our story. Back to you.
All right, Abhishek, thank you very much for that. I think the stock spiked up. It's up 6% now. So basically about a 3% move coming in after Abhishek has put out that story at this point. 211. We slip into a very quick break here. We come back. We focus on some market opinion. Prasoon Gajri is Chief Investment Officer at HDFC Life. He joins in for a chat on the market, the strong momentum we've been seeing in just a bit.